Joins us. We have a lot to unpack from Super Bowl 52.
No doubt about it. Football is alive and well. This one historic in so many ways. So let's go ahead and roll out now to Minneapolis. Tom Brady and the Patriots looking to win their 6th Super Bowl. Underdog Eagles have never won it before. You got Bill Belichick, 38 postseason wins. You got Doug Peterson, Tim, just 2. Now, important to note here, Patriots defensive back Malcolm Butler, very emotional before the game. Butler would not play a single defensive snap in this game. First quarter, we're tied at 3. Nick Foles goes there to Alshon Jeffrey. Tim, that's cornerback Eric Rowe starting in place of Butler.
Yeah, and I'm not sure Butler would have made a difference here. It's really just the size advantage, and Rowe actually a bigger player than Butler. But Alshon Jeffrey just too big, goes up above the defender, is able to come down with it. Good ball by Nick Foles.
Makes the play, touchdown. Eagles missed the extra point, led it now 9-3. Second quarter, same score. 1st and 10 here. Brady completes this pass downfield to Brandon Cooks, and man, he took a hit.
Yeah, he's kind of in open space here, gets a little bit disoriented, doesn't see the pursuit of Malcolm Jenkins coming. And it's a legal hit because he's established as a runner. That's why there's no helmet-to-helmet contact, but clearly it's ugly. And he wasn't right after that.
You see Robert Kraft wanting a penalty. No penalty was called. You see Robert Kraft wanting a penalty. No penalty was called. Cook did leave with a head injury, did not return. So here later in the drive, 3rd and 5, Patriots running a trick play. Tim, walk us through this one.
Well, Brady's in the shotgun, which means he can be an eligible receiver after he hands it off. And after the pitch to Amendola, he's wide open. The Eagles defense is fooled. Amendola makes a great throw to Brady. He just doesn't bring it in. He's probably inside the 20-yard line if he's able to haul that catch in.
Brady, 2 catches on 2 targets before that drop. So here next play, Patriots going for a 4th and 5 to Gronk. Underthrows it, incomplete, and that was huge. Turnover on downs here. So ensuing Eagles possession from the 21. And LeGarrette Blount, we talked about it, won it with the Patriots last year. Huge play, Tim, here.
He was running well, but the key is this Eagles offensive line. Everyone made a big deal about how athletic they are with their offensive line. Take a look at Jason Kelce, number 62, get up to the 2nd level. Vaitai, the left tackle, leading up on a safety. And this is a big man, LeGarrette Blount, to have running into the secondary without being touched.
21-yard score, Eagles up 15-3. Ensuing 2-point conversion attempt here. Foles looking for Jeffrey. We saw work already, broken up by Rowe. Eagles, of course, wanting a flag here, do not get it. So still 15-3 later in the second here, now 15-6, 1st and 10. Foles looking for that guy again. Jeffrey goes up to make the catch. What a play here.
It's really a hustle play by Harmon that makes this. Stephon Gilmore at the point does a good job of contesting the football, and it gets awkwardly batted up by Jeffrey. But it's the hustle and pursuit of Harmon which puts him in position to make the interception there.
Deflected footballs, man, becomes stuff like that. So ensuing Patriots possession, 3rd and 6 here. Brady intended for Chris Hogan. Incomplete. Flags flying after the play. Jalen Mills called for defensive holding, so we've got a 1st down here for New England. Drive continuing here. Brady looking for Hogan again. Do you like this call? You
like the call. Play? It's a double move on Jalen Mills. He'd been aggressive throughout the season and even in this game, and so they double move him. It's a perfect throw by Brady as Hogan wins on the route.
43-yard pickup. Next play from Phillies 26, and James White goes to work.
And there were a couple times that after a big play, they'd speed up the tempo, and I thought Phillies defense looked a little tired when that happened. Big run by James White.
His 4th career touchdown in a Super Bowl. Only Jerry Rice are at 8. Emmitt Smith at 5 have scored more. They can cut it to 2, but no, Stephen Gostkowski missing the PAT. Gostkowski also missed a field goal in this game as well. You felt like something was off. Under 2 minutes left in the first half. 3rd and 3. Foles finds Corey Clement, shakes off a would-be tackler. Bye-bye.
Well, it's 3rd and 3. You're expecting man coverage. They get that on Richards, who tries to run underneath the pick, and then it's a missed tackle.
So you got a 3rd and goal from 1 here. Foles going for Jeffrey and Gilmore. You talked about him.
Yeah, he played it well on the go route, played the goal line fade well. So you think, well, they'll probably just take the points here, right? They probably just go, make it a 6-point game. Instead, the guts to go for it on 4th and 1 is remarkable. But then the guts to have this be your play call is even more crazy. To think you have Trey Burton, a backup tight end, throwing a pass to Nick Foles. It's not all that dissimilar to the play that we saw New England run as a fake. The only difference is they motion Nick Foles. There's obviously a little acting involved here. It's run beautifully, and that's how Nick Foles is so wide open.
Foles, first quarterback in Super Bowl history to catch a touchdown pass. First and only catch, guys, of his entire career. Eagles led the NFL in fourth down conversions this season. You see Doug Peterson arms raised. Here's Foles and Peterson on that trick play.
I was a tight end in high school for my sophomore year, so that's probably the last time I caught a touchdown.
You really did. It looked good.
Go back to my basketball playing days.
Did you catch one in high school?
Beautiful.
Did you catch
I caught one. I played tight end. I ran a little corner route, stopped, got it, touchdown, but then I went back to quarterback.
Has that been in the playbook all year, or is that something just for the Super Bowl?
The last month. The last month we've been waiting for the perfect time, and, you know, that was the perfect time.
You really want to know what we call it? Philly special. Philly special. Part of having a great offensive staff is, you know, every week we look at different plays around the league and the collegiate ranks and things that over the years that might fit what we do. You know, we found this one that fit, and we've been working on it for the last couple of weeks, and tonight was the night.
Incredible. Story for Foles would unfurl as we go to the third quarter. Patriots down 10, and we know no reason to panic. And Tim Gronkowski not a factor in the first half. He had 4 catches on this drive, culminating with a touchdown.
Yeah, and it was clear that they were going to make him an issue in the passing game, especially with Malcolm Jenkins on James White. But Nick Foles responds here with a perfect throw to Corey Clement. I'm surprised this one stood, though, Max, to be honest with you. The way this was kind of ruled throughout the season. Look at the little re-grip here. Ball's loose there, re-grip, and that left foot is out of bounds. I'm not sure this one should have stood based on how it's been ruled all season long.
Little movement there, but it did stand, and that just put the cherry on top of a remarkable day for Clement, an undrafted rookie who had 4 big catches for 100 on the nose. Officials did review, and it continues, and the Patriots respond time and time again. Chris Hogan, the Eagles defense, you said they looked a bit leggy out there. They could not stop Brady.
Yeah, and they were a little confused there, and Brady able to move Malcolm Jenkins with his eyes to get Hogan wide open.
32-26, under 10 to go. Patriots at the doorstep, a beautiful pass, better catch by Gronk.
It's an amazing throw. The formation helps a lot. It's a tight split, which leaves all that room to throw the fade. And then Gronk is just too big for Darby. Good throw, good catch, but really the formation is what set it up.
Brady and Gronk tie Joe Montana and Jerry Rice for the most touchdowns by a quarterback-receiver duo in postseason history. Back, the Patriots have their first lead of the game. Pressure here. This was 3rd and 1. No hesitation for Peterson to go for it here.
And I think this goes to his aggressive nature in this game. Just inside 6 minutes, all of your timeouts left. Many coaches believe you punt it. He decides to go for it. 4th and 1, little rub play. He's able to find Zach Ertz.
Brave catch by Zach Ertz over the middle. And on this drive, he would spray it to all sorts of receivers, but the drive continues. A field goal would be enough, at least for now at this point. And Foles, this romance developing between him and Nelson Aguilar was real.
Well, you mentioned it. It started spreading it around. Obviously, we saw Ertz and some of those crucial down in the distance on the move to Aguilar, hits Aguilar over the middle, and then off of really what was designed to be a run play, they get pressure off the slot, gets spit out to Aguilar again, and there's good run after the catch. 9
catches for Aguilar, and he gets them right there at the doorstep. Almost 400 yards passing here for Foles. The Brady-Foles battle was immense, and watch how 4 go right. We saw this in the first half, and this time it worked.
Exactly right. It was 4 out strong, which means you isolate Zach Ertz, and then Ertz catches this football, and he's not going to the ground when he catches this ball. He catches the ball, and he's standing up, and he's running into the end zone, and then dives into the end zone. That's why I think it's the right call. He's established as a runner, so this isn't about surviving the ground, because once you cross the plane after being a runner, it's a touchdown.
Look at Peterson's reaction. He's already working the chart. He's like, we got it, let's go. And there's a one order of business. Zach's wife, Julie Ertz, member of the U.S. women's national team. Not only a member, the best player. She was the female player of the year. A lot of athletic talent in that family. And then they go for 2. Not this time. 38-33 your score.
So that happens, and oh, by the way, this guy's been here before. Ensuing Patriots drive your 2nd and 2, 2:16 to play here. And Tim, the play of the game is a defensive play of all things.
Well, listen, you said it, they've been here before. Outside 2 minutes with a timeout left, you thought, well, here goes Tom Brady. This is maybe the most surprising play of the game. Hadn't been a sack all game long. Here comes Brandon Graham. gets on the edge of Mason, and he's able to get his arm to hit Tom Brady's left forearm as he's getting ready to throw the football. Just really a shocking turn of events at that point. The big stand by that Eagles defense.
Eagles won the NFL championship back in 1960. Never a Super Bowl. Jeffrey Lurie's like, you guys, there's still time. Just calm down. Ensuing Eagles possession. You got to get it within range, and Jake Elliott takes care of the rest. 46-yard field goal with $1:10 left to play. Eagles up 41-33, but we've got a little football here left to play. Don't forget, it's Tom Brady. 1:05 to go, one-score game. Not sure about this call, Tim.
I'm surprised. This is the type of stuff you usually see people try against New England, and it doesn't work. Getting a little too cute here. And also taking time off the clock for Tom Brady.
Yeah, poor field position here, dropped at the 9. So 3rd and 10 here, 47 seconds to play. Brady with time, but he's got nothing. Has to throw it away. And you see Peterson feeling it, even though Jeffrey Lurie's like, just everybody chill, calm down. So 42 seconds remaining. We've got a 4th and 10 here, next play for Brady.
When to think that you have 4th and 10 inside the 10-yard line, that they would even have a chance to make this competitive at the end here, but he finds Amendola. And then I thought what Brady did here was brilliant. You know, they're playing so deep. You just have to trust that your guys can get the ball and get out of bounds. Dump it off to Gronk. There's 10 yards. Stop the clock. You come back and do the same exact thing. You pick up a few more yards and again stop the clock. And now you're at least in a position where you're going to have a shot at the end zone.
Yeah, you've got 13 seconds to play here. Brady again back with a time. Looking to the left, and it is incomplete, but man, was that close by Ronald Darby.
Yeah, Darby's able to jump the route to Dorsett and really has a chance to get his hands on the football. But again, because of, the kind of the checkdowns to Gronkowski, you've got yourself in a situation where Brady only has to throw it about 55 yards to reach the end zone. They have Gronk, who's perfect as a point guy in these Hail Marys. And that thing gets batted around, and they almost have a chance.
You think, because you know exactly who's standing down there in the end zone going up for it. And Gronk, 6'7", can jump too. We've seen it a million times, and this time it is the Eagles that survive. Hang on and win it. Eagles, hang on. It's their first Super Bowl win, upsetting the mighty Patriots to do it. They won 3 straight games in the postseason as underdogs. 41-33, your final. Nick Foles, the MVP, as you see the top dogs take it down. Patriots are done. Eagles are your winners. And I said it, what a story for Foles. Started just 3 games in the regular season, threw 3 touchdowns, caught another. Eagles' first ever Super Bowl championship, first title since their NFL championship in 1960. Foles was asked about his future this morning. Here's what the quarterback had to say.
I'm not really worried about my future right now. I'm grateful to be a part of the Philadelphia Eagles. I said when I signed with the Eagles, I'm grateful and content in this moment. I'm staying in the moment. I'm not worried about my future right now. There'll be a time and a place to handle all that. But I take a lot of pride in wearing the Philadelphia Eagles jersey, and I just enjoy being here. It's such a great team. I'm excited for Carson Wentz coming back healthy. I get to work with him every day, dude's a stud, and I'm just living in the moment.
Living in the moment. It's what Philly is doing, and what a run by Philly and Foles, who's just the 3rd quarterback to start 3 or fewer games in the regular season and win the Super Bowl. But just how good was Foles' play? Take a look. Philly scored 79 points in their last 2 games, the 4th most in the Super Bowl era. Those other 3 teams all led by first ballot Hall of Fame quarterbacks in Steve Young, Joe Montana, and Troy Aikman.